Well, Getir story started 5 years ago. We have B-Taxi 7 years ago. This is the taxi hailing app of Turkey. So I was looking at the screen of B-Taxi one day, and we were on average giving taxis to consumers in about 3 minutes. So I thought taxi is just one need. People have many other needs. What if we have products stored in nearby places and give these products, deliver these products to consumers in 10 minutes? And immediately I thought this is doable technologically, because we had the technology in B-Taxi. We knew how logistics work in the city, how many we need, this and that. So the idea was this, basically. Just in a couple seconds I thought of this, and then later I made it a business plan and talked with a few friends who would invest. 5 years ago, that's how we started. The first day we started, we had 300 people working for Getir, because to do 10 minutes you have to open many warehouses and you have to have many scooters. So for a new startup to hire 300 people first day was quite something. At the moment we have more than 5,000 people working for Getir in 5 years, and in the long run we should have multiples of this number. This business, first you have to write a lot of good code to do technologically the 10-minute delivery. But right after that you still need to continue writing good code, additional services into the app, this and that. But you need to log pretty much everything, collect data and analyze that data and manage the company continuously depending on that data, and do a machine learning system so that it corrects and makes itself better continuously. So that's how we run Getir actually. We have more than 25 people, data scientists working in the company, making us better all the time. Well, initially we started with 300 products. We thought that would be sufficient. Now we sell 1,500 different products in Getir 10-minute model. And we also started doing Getir food delivery in about 25-30 minutes. And then now we have the Getir More model, where there's 4,000 SKUs, close to 4,000, but we deliver in 30 minutes. That's more variety, but a little late. We consider 30 minutes little late. The 10 minutes is amazing, but if you look at this European side, what you see at the back is the Asian side. This city is located on 2 continents, and you can just go in 5 minutes from one continent to the other. So in a city where you can move from one continent to the other in 5 minutes, doing 10 minutes is not that amazing, I think. I think we should aim for 5 minutes going forward. Well, investment in Turkey, the ecosystem doesn't get enough investment from outside sources or domestic sources. For a country of 84 million people, the investment amount last year was about $100 million. And all around the world there was around $300 billion invested in tech companies. And Turkey's economy is actually about 1.1% of the world economy. If things were normal, Turkey should have gotten $3.3 billion investment, and the whole investment was about $100 million. So it's like 1/30th of what it should get. But there's no easy fix to this. Most of the investments are done in US and China. Even Europe is lacking in investment. It's better than Turkey, but still far behind these 2 countries. And this new economy is a tricky economy. I mean, in the early years there aren't profits. You gotta be long term to make money, and the patience runs out. Investors, a lot of investors in the old economy want returns much sooner. So the VC type investors aren't that many in Turkey. And Turkey's last few years, the economy was up and down, sort of, and this up and down, the exchange rates moving up and down, this creates a little a worry in the eye of the investors, foreign investors, and Turkey gets, I mean, in foreign investors' mind, I mean, we may have some problems, but still Turkey is a solid country and deserves much better. And we gotta tell our story to these investors in a better way and get a bigger share of this investment pie to Turkey. But we also need to create some good success stories, and it's happening. I mean, just recently, Peak gaming startup was sold for $1.8 billion. This is a pure technology, Turkish technology play, founded by some young guys 10 years ago. So we need a lot more stories like this, and the stories like this will enable more investment, and also the founders who make money out of these investments, it's kind of their duty in a way to return some of that money to the ecosystem as investments for the others to continue this success story. For successful founders who make money, personal money in this, it's in a way their, I think, duty to return some of that as investment to the new startups. And this is happening. I mean, most startup founders who make money are putting the money back to some extent. It's the same in the world, and it will happen here too. Although what's happening in the Turkey last 10 years in the startup scene is not that much. I mean, like it could have been much better. I'm expecting the next 10 years to be much more successful, much more active. We'll have more success stories coming out, and one will follow the other. And Turkey deserves to be a tech hub in the region, especially Istanbul. Diverse city in 2 continents, good climate, connected to the whole world with direct flights, this and that. This is an excellent city to have a startup as a headquarters. Love this city. I'm born here, raised here. Istanbul, great city. COVID, initially it created much more demand, immediate demand, because people couldn't get out. But that demand stabilized a little bit in the following weeks. Still, pre-COVID, the demand is much higher, but a little less than early COVID days. It proved to the people that delivery is an important necessity. So some people were using us, but some weren't. The middle-aged to elderly weren't using us much. When they were stuck at home, they started using our app. They asked their kids or relatives, how do you use Getir, this and that. So we got a new category of consumers using us, and we love this because these consumers spend more, and once they like your brand, they are there to stay. They're more loyal customers.